Preparing to live stream. Just a minute.
It's live now.
Live stream commenced. You're good to go, sir. Just a minute.
Okay. Thank you so much, Partha. Good evening, everyone. And welcome to this awesome health session today. The first for this particular EC. And very nice to see, we got 14 people here on board. Expected more to join, but again, this being the start, so it's a good number. So we expect more and more to come as they keep joining. And so my sincere thanks to each and everyone for joining for this particular session. And also, before we go out to the topic, I would like to just wish Happy Women's Day to each and every lady present here. Okay, so it's been a wonderful day, and
thank you so much, Mohan. It means a lot.
Thank you, Mohan.
Sadhana, I'm goosebumps now. Okay, so it is really a special day. The more you talk about the woman power, the less it is. Okay, so it's been an awesome day for most of the people, I think, and we wish each and every lady a very, very successful life. And now to come to the topic. So I am the mentor for health and wellness for the KVHAA group. And this is the first session we're having today. And we wanted the first session to be a bombastic one. That's the reason why I got my mentor here on board. And to just talk a little about my mentor, she's Cherry Maini from Ludhiana, Punjab, India. And she's my mentor. And she's been mentoring me on all these topics. We know each other for almost 12 years. 12 saal. Correct. So 12 years we know each other, and her husband called Robbie Maini is very, very close to me, and he keeps mentoring me in a lot of topics. So now health and wellness is the in thing today, where each and everyone talks about it. All over India, all over the world, they're talking only on health. So, like there's a saying now: you have got a car, you got a house, a beautiful wife, beautiful children, all the good things you can enjoy only when you have good health. So a lot of paramount interest is given on health today. I'm just back from hospital, as I said. Like, I've seen a lot of patients today in the hospital, and my auntie submitted there, and then big problem today health-wise. All young people, getting admitted for various reasons, and all they're not taking care. So a lot of things. So each and everyone is working on health. So that's the reason why I took up this mentorship on health, so that I can do some justification on this topic, and I can also take some topics as and when it comes. And now I got my mentor, and also I'll be taking her services on and off. She's an expert in almost all the topics on health. Okay, and I'm sure each and everyone who's sitting here, all the 16 people, will benefit a lot if you can make some notes. Very good. Or also you'll be getting the recorded version also. Okay, so to talk about Cherry Maini, she has got 2 groups created by her. She is the founder of that, Wellness Will and Arogya Wave, and she is highly qualified. Okay, health and wellness expert, and she has done a diploma from Nutritional Fitness and National Fitness and Nutritional Academy, Calcutta, and also she is certified from ISIM, California, and NHI course also she's done. So a lot of and also she gets into a lot of digging and finding out from each and every place how to get knowledge. So much of knowledge she's got. But again, I've told her to keep it very, very simple today, because it should not go over the head for us. Correct. So what is required only she is be talking to us today. I'm sure each and everyone will take that. Okay. And Cherry, this is our group called KVHAA. It is called Kendriya Vidyalaya Hebbal Alumni Association. Each and every one is studied in KV. That is one KV only. That is our school. It's called KV Hebbal, Bangalore. So each and every one is here. So this is the group we have created, and we got our mentor Pramod right now in US, and we got our president Sadhana. Then we got Vice President Sunita will be joining us. Then Secretary Partha is there. I'm Joint Secretary. Then we got our expert in all this technology called Tapan. Then we got all the EC members on, everyone is there. So, a lot of people are there, and we are doing a lot of things for our benefit of our association. So we want to help each other. So that is where we are coming to. So thank you so much, each and everyone. And this is short introduction about my mentor and today's topics. Like other day I did cover in the beginning that we'll be covering a lot of topics on something on heart health, respiratory health, liver health, arthritis, healthy aging. Lot of topics are there. So we'll be covering on and off. So we'll be talking to the group when how often we should have these particular sessions so that each and everyone is comfortable, and slowly we can take this group forward and see that each and everyone is healthy. Okay, not only you and your near and dear ones also are healthy. So that is the main मकसद वही है कि हम लोग सब healthy रहे. Nowadays we don't talk your lifespan. We always talk on health span now. How healthy you are, how healthy you're aging, and all that. So with this short, this one, I welcome Cherry Mani, my mentor, to take over the stage and see that she talks on a very, very important topic called insulin resistance. Each and everything starts from your gut, and she'll be talking about that. So thank you so much, Cherry, and can I request each and everyone to please welcome Cherry Mani with a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mohanji. It's a great privilege to be here. And good evening to all the team members of the committee. And it's an honor to be here talking with you all on this very important topic. And let me share my screen first.
No, alala.
So my screen is visible, Mohanji?
Yes, it's visible. Is it full screen?
Yes, it's full screen from my side.
No, it's
Yeah.
visible. It is visible. Correct.
All right. So let's begin. Okay. So everyone, what if I told you that your body could be secretly working against your fat loss? That no matter how hard you are trying, eating right, working out, cutting calories, you still find it struggling with your stubborn fat and constant cravings, low energy. Does it sound frustrating sometimes, right? But what if I told you that there is a hidden metabolic flaw that is at play when you feel all these things? So this is all about insulin resistance. Welcome to the world of insulin resistance. It's a condition that affects millions of people, yet it often goes undiagnosed. And here's the shocking part. You don't even have to be diabetic to have it. It could be silently sabotaging your efforts, making your body store more fat instead of burning it. So let's break it down. Okay, what exactly is insulin resistance? What does it have? Why does it happen? And most importantly, how do we fix it? So today I'm going to give you clear, no nonsense roadmap to regain your energy, to stop your cravings, and to take control over your metabolism. Okay, so are you all ready? Please give me a thumbs up in the chat box so that, I get that energy from you all, because if the audience has the energy, I can give you the best. Okay, so please do give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, lovely audience. Okay. So what are we going to talk about? What's the agenda of today's session? So we will be understanding what is insulin resistance, why should we care about it, and what are the causes behind insulin resistance that are breaking your metabolism. Okay, and we'll check through some symptoms, very simple symptoms, that are you already insulin resistant? Also, I will be giving you suggestions how to reverse insulin resistance with very simple ways. Okay, very simple and doable solutions. And very briefly, I'm going to tell you how your gut and your insulin are connected. And once you fix your gut, you can fix your sugar.
Somebody's
Yeah,
mic is
please
on.
mute.
There's
Yes,
background noise.
everybody please mute.
All right. So I'm going to tell you very briefly what is the connection between your gut health and your insulin. Okay, so we'll if you fix your gut health, you can automatically fix your sugar cravings and your sugar. Okay, and some fun hacks to keep your insulin in check. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep it very simple and understandable for you all. But before that, I'm going to give you some reasons why you will be listening to me today. Okay, who am I? What I do? What is my? I mean, I have how I've been chosen to do this session for you. So a lot of have been told by has been told by Mohanji already, but still I want to tell that my name is Cherry Mani, and I am the founder of the community The Wellness Villa and co-founder of Arogya Wave. I am into diet and nutrition from almost 18 plus years, and I've done my diploma from NFNA and certifications from ISMN in NHI, California. So I don't believe in creating diets, but I do believe in designing lifestyle transformations. My mission is to educate people. So I don't believe that any kind of diet can educate you, but definitely if you learn about the science behind the food and how it reacts in your body, if you learn about that, you can empower yourself and you can actually lead to a sustainable healthy lifestyle. Okay, so this is what we have been doing in our community, teaching people how to design their meal plates, how to balance their meals, and this is what we are doing. Okay, and you can listen to me on Spotify. I have a podcast there by the name The Wellness Waves by Cherry. You can watch me on Instagram, on Facebook, and also you can visit our website, that is www.thewellnessvilla.in. Okay, so
Hi, my name
After
is
sorry for
After
this.
experiencing
Just
professional
want
diabetes,
to Yeah, so I just want to show
Hi, my name is
some glitch.
after experiencing gestational diabetes,
Yeah, so these are few of the
proud mom to a
transformations.
3-year-old. After experiencing gestational diabetes during my second pregnancy, I needed support to manage my sugar levels. A close friend from India recommended Cherry Many from the Wellness Villa. I decided to enroll to a 3-month program. Within the very first week, I saw a huge improvement in my health. My sugar levels balanced out, and I learned the art of meal balancing. I was able to enjoy my favorite foods while keeping my sugar spikes in check.
Mrs. Cherry for 6 months. Hi, my name is Aman. I'm here to share my experience with Wellness Villa. I worked with Mrs. Cherry for 6 months. But prior to starting the program, I was dealing with weight. I was dealing with pre-diabetes, anxiety, depression. I was on depression and anxiety medication for 2 years prior to starting the program as well. With help of guided diet plans from Mrs. Cherry, I was able to reverse pre-diabetes. I was able to get rid of anxiety medication completely and lose 70 pounds within the span of 6 months. And the knowledge that I gained from Mrs. Cherry about food and how to consume food, how it affects our body, what we eat is what we are, is so true. I am so happy that I took the
So I'm sharing only this just to let you know that we can do a lot wonders by just learning about food. Okay. So what is insulin? Okay. So insulin is a hormone that is produced by pancreas and it helps our cells absorb glucose from the bloodstream for energy. So it's an energy giving source, glucose, and it works like a key that unlocks your cells to allow the glucose in. Okay. So insulin kya karta hai? It is like a key that unlocks your cells to allow the glucose in. Okay, but imagine insulin as a hard-working delivery guy that's delivering glucose to your cells for energy. But if there is too much glucose in the system over time, the cells become overwhelmed and they start ignoring the insulin's knock at the door. This resistance, more insulin being produced in the body, and the body is trying harder and harder to open the door. Okay, but the cells, they just don't want to cooperate. Eventually, this results in high blood sugar levels, and this condition is called insulin resistance. Surprisingly, 1 in 4 people globally are unaware that they have insulin resistance, even if they don't even, they have, even if they don't have diabetes. Insulin resistance is often a precursor to metabolic syndrome, which increases your risk of. So it's a precursor that increases the risk of a lot of problems like heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Okay. So tell me one thing, have you ever felt like no matter how much you're exercising or you're eating good, but your energy levels still don't quite, recover? You feel lethargic. Okay. This condition, if you're feeling, is insulin resistant. So that means that you are insulin resistant. Okay, but why you should care about this condition? Okay, insulin resistance is not just about diabetes. It can lead to a lot of problems. Okay, so it's like it manifests a lot of problems, starting from type 2 diabetes, which is the most common. Everyone knows that insulin resistance is connected with type 2 diabetes, but it can lead to heart disease also. Insulin resistance can lead to heart disease by promoting inflammation in the body, by increasing your blood sugar levels, and by raising your cholesterol. Okay, which can damage your blood vessels. It can lead to plaque buildup in your body and increases the risk of atherosclerosis and heart attacks. Okay. Also, insulin resistance can lead to high blood pressure by increasing sodium retention in the kidneys. So if you see that, a lot of people are worried that they have to, stop eating salt and all those things because they have a high BP problem. But basically, it is connected with an insulin resistant body. When your body is insulin resistant, that time your kidneys, they start retaining sodium, which leads to high blood pressure. Also, it promotes inflammation and causes your blood vessels to contract. So it contracts your blood vessels. These factors contribute to high blood volume and narrowing of your blood vessels, both of which raises your blood pressure. So blood pressure is actually a problem that is manifested by insulin resistant. Also, it leads to problems like fatty liver disease, Alzheimer, and dementia. Okay, and let me tell you that Alzheimer's is now called the type 3 diabetes because it is initiated by insulin resistance. PCOS in women, it is linked to insulin resistance because all your hormones, they work at, they get disrupted when there's too much insulin in your body. Stroke is connected with insulin resistance. Depression, your mental health can suffer too if you are insulin resistant. Okay, if you feel you're getting signs of unforgettableness, you're forgetting things too often, you are not able to focus better as you were doing that in earlier age, it's because maybe you are getting insulin resistant. Okay, sleep apnea, so insulin resistance is also linked with poor sleep quality. Okay, so when your insulin resistance condition improves, you will see a lot of improvement in your sleep. Also, chronic inflammation. It could lead to any autoimmune diseases. So there are lots and lots of autoimmune diseases these days, and it begins only in an insulin-resistant body. Okay. So 80% of people with insulin resistance are unaware that they have it until they develop the further complications, like, they get into the stage of high BP or diabetes. So 80% of people are unaware. Even non-obese individuals with healthy body weight can develop insulin resistance condition. Okay, so it's not like only fat people can get this problem. Okay, now tell me how many of you have ever noticed that your blood pressure is creeping up and you have been diagnosed with something like PCOS, even if you're not overweight? Okay, so this happens very, very commonly today. This in India, a lot of women are experiencing PCOS problem because their body is insulin resistant. Okay, but what are the causes? What is breaking down your metabolism? What is increasing insulin resistance problem? Okay, so your modern lifestyle is actually breaking your body's sugar management. Okay, so too many refined carbs and sugary foods in your body, and also probably too many grains in our body. I see we as Indians are eating too much grains in our body, which is causing our body to produce more insulin. Okay, so foods like white bread, too many grains, pastries, all bakery items, all ready-made food that you have found, you find around you, sweets, they all flood your bloodstream with too much sugar too quickly, and it puts too much strain on your insulin regulation, and it brings the problem of insulin resistance. Hormonal imbalances. Now, insulin resistance is often linked with high cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone, and low thyroid function, okay, making it harder to burn your calories and manage your blood sugar levels. Also, ultra processed foods. Now, we are living in a modern world and we have so many ultra, processed foods around us. The stores are loaded with so much processed food. So the accessibility has increased, because of which people are too much inclined towards these processed foods. And if you're not into label reading, you might be, getting into eating wrong foods, unknowingly. So even a lot of healthy processed foods like low-fat yogurts, protein bars, and smoothies can have hidden sugars and preservatives that are affecting your metabolism. Okay, eating sitting too much. So I've seen people allow now a little bit, the lifestyle is not that active, and this physical inactivity is one of the major culprits behind insulin resistance. Sitting for hours, too long hours at one place reduces your insulin sensitivity. Also, poor sleep and chronic stress. Now, these are two very, very underrated aspects of healthy life. Okay, people only think about either exercise or food, when it comes to any lifestyle problems. But poor sleep and chronic stress are also playing a lot of, a big role. And research shows that sleeping less than 6 hours at night, as per your circadian rhythm, increases insulin resistance by up to 40%. Okay, so your body needs to sleep. Your body needs sleep to recover and process nutrients effectively. If you're not sleeping for minimum 6 hours at night, you can probably develop insulin resistance in your body. Also, cortisol, your stress hormone, increases blood sugar levels, making your body more insulin resistant. Okay, so constant stress, and I see people are too much stressed these days because there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of other things, peer pressure, community, society pressure. There's so many pressures in our life these days that are actually increasing our stress, and it leads to increased blood sugar levels, making your body insulin resistant. And this constant stress can trigger your emotional eating also. Okay, that can further trigger this problem. Frequently eating food, too much eating, like people sometimes have an habit of, idhar se gaye, udhar se gaye, and kuch kha liya, thinking it's healthy. But whenever you're eating something, your body produces insulin. So constant eating throughout the day can lead to frequent insulin spikes, which over the time can strain the body's ability to manage blood sugar effectively. When you eat too often, insulin is repeatedly released to help process the food. But if that insulin levels remain too high frequently in your body, you can become insulin resistant. This is known as insulin resistant. Okay, so your body needs time to recover in between two meals. It needs some gap, it needs some calming down. So sorry. So research shows that extended periods of fasting, like intermittent fasting for at least 3 to 4 days, if you can manage in a week, that can really help you to improve your insulin sensitivity. So you might be unknowingly sabotaging your metabolism because of all these reasons: chronic stress, frequently eating, eating those so-called healthy foods. But don't worry, very, very small changes can help you reverse your insulin resistance. Okay, but let's check out what are the symptoms. Okay, let's see if we have any kind of these symptoms in our body already. Okay, so tell me, do these things, they sound similar to you, familiar to you? Constant hunger. Some people, even after eating their meals, they are craving something sweet or salty. Okay. So this can be, insulin resistance. This can be a condition that is insulin resistant. Okay. So low energy and fatigue. People sometimes feel sluggish or mentally foggy even after a good night's rest. So a lot of people tell me, when we wake up in the morning, we feel very, very tired. That can be a condition that is insulin resistance. Okay. Belly fat. That is a hallmark of insulin resistance. So if your body is storing a lot of, your body is storing a lot of sugar as fat, primarily around your belly area. So if you have a big belly, that means that you can be insulin resistant. Dark patches on your skin. Sometimes you see people have dark patches around their neck area. Okay. And these dark patches are often called, a sign of insulin resistance. So that's a clear sign that you can be insulin resistant. Brain fog and mood swings. difficulty in concentrating, irritability, sudden mood swings can be linked to insulin imbalance in the brain. So insulin resistance can also create a condition where you're not able to, focus properly, and you are always angry or irritable or even sad. Too much sugar cravings. Despite eating a good meal, if you feel that you want to eat more, especially sugary foods, or maybe carbs, then it can be a condition that is insulin resistant. Also, frequent urination. That is, I think, the first thing that doctors usually ask if you have a sensation of frequent urination or you are frequently thirsty. That is also a sign that shows that your body is insulin resistant. Slow wound healing. High insulin levels can impair your body's ability to repair itself. So if your wounds take a lot of time to heal, that shows that there's too much sugar in your body. Okay. So if you think any of these things relate with you, or you think that, you experience any of these things, your body can be, insulin resistant, but don't worry, we can always fix it up with, very minor and small changes. So what is the solution? We all know that we have to eat, whole foods and all those stuff, but I'm going to give you very briefly, very easy things to follow that can help you reverse the signs of insulin resistance. Okay. So walking 15 minutes after every meal. This is such a good hack to reverse insulin resistance. It can reduce the insulin spikes by up to 70%. This is amazing. Okay. This is science-backed. So this is not I'm saying, this is science working in your body. So 15 minutes walking after your meals is really helpful because a gentle walk helps your muscle absorb the glucose from the bloodstream, reducing insulin load. So a lot of people feel कि खाने के बाद walk नहीं करना चाहिए, but you don't have to go for any brisk walk. You just have to keep on walking, just stay mobile. And a gentle and calm walk can also do its wonders. So 15 minutes walk after every meal. Eating protein and fats before your carbs. So this is basically food sequence. If you follow the right food sequence, you can actually reduce the insulin spikes by again 70%. What is the right sequence? Eat your proteins and fats first, and then have your carbs, and then last May you can have a small piece of any dessert or sweet. Never have any sugary food on an empty stomach. Always try to have either protein or some vegetable starter before your carbs and before your sweets. So, or maybe you can have a handful of nuts. Okay, so this will really help you to reduce the sugar spikes in your body. Sleeping for 7 hours, 7+ hours. So research shows that poor sleep directly impairs your insulin sensitivity. So keep a regular sleep schedule and avoid screens before bed because that delays your sleep. Okay, so this is, I think, every one of us know. Managing your stress, meditation, yoga, deep breathing. Probably you can go for box breathing. It's very, very good way to, calm down your body, to level your cortisol. Okay, that reduces the cortisol levels in your body, and it helps to improve your insulin sensitivity. So managing your stress is another way to reduce your insulin spikes. Building muscles. So muscle cells take in glucose more effectively. Okay, reducing the need for insulin. So incorporate some kind of strength training. I know a lot of people are not used to going to gym and, doing those muscle, heavy weights. But you can always, go for some kind of gentle strength training even at home. You can start with 2.5 kg of your dumbbells or maybe 5 kgs eventually, but it really works wonders to balance your insulin spikes. Okay, so you actually don't need to run any marathons. A 15-minute walk after your dinner and after probably your every meal can really, really help to lower the sugar spikes in your meals. I hope this is a great way to balance your insulin spike. Also, the gut and insulin connection is a very strong connection. So if you fix your gut health, you can actually fix your sugar. Your gut is a sugar control center. Okay, so if there is too much bad bacteria in your gut, okay, if your gut is you are experiencing gut dysbiosis, or if you have poor gut health, it leads to inflammation, which actually worsens the insulin resistance in the body. So inflammation is actually the new pandemic, you can say. It is even more dangerous than BP or diabetes or any other chronic problem, because inflammation triggers the disease. So fixing it up is very important, and fixing your inflammation through healing your gut is probably the best way to heal your body from inside. Okay, so fix your gut with very simple foods. You can add some probiotics like curd. Kefir is so good for your body. You can add fermented foods like, we have kanji in India, we make kanji, or you can probably go for some fermented batter for your dosas and idlis. Okay, you can go for some fermented bread like sourdough bread, and include fiber-rich foods, lots of vegetables. If you increase the vegetable portion in your meals, that really helps to lower the insulin spikes. So what I teach in my community is follow 1:3 ratio for your meal plate, like 1 portion of carbs and 3 portions of vegetables. So this is very good. You can incorporate vegetables in the form of any sabzi or salad, or maybe you can add some vegetables in your curd. But more the fiber in your body, better your insulin levels are. Less processed food. Now try to avoid processed foods, and also get into the habit of reading your labels, because labels are the true, they can actually tell you what is actually inside the packet. I've seen a lot of people eating makhanas. They buy it from market, and makhanas is supposed to be very healthy. But when you actually read the label, you'll see that they are loaded with refined oils. So healthy food ko bhi unhealthy kaise banana hai? These packaged food companies actually know that. So please start reading your labels, because that can really make you aware about what actually you are putting in your mouth. Okay, so people who eat fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut have better insulin sensitivity. Okay, and mindfully adding these fermented foods and probiotics in your diet is very, very good habit. So start doing that. Okay, I know a lot of our grandmothers used to prepare those traditional pickles and kanji drinks for us. So start having them, because they are very, very good for us, and they can help you in balancing your sugar, in fixing your gut health, eventually fixing your sugar. So I'm going to tell you some fun hacks to keep your insulin in check. Number 1 is including organic apple cider vinegar in your diet. So you can have 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in your So you can have organic apple cider vinegar in your meals, in your diet, and that really helps to reduce the insulin spikes by 30%, because apple cider vinegar improves insulin sensitivity by lowering the blood sugar levels. So this is one of the hacks that really works. So you can add that. If you're not able to eat, drink this in the morning, you can have it anytime during the day. Especially if you know that you are going to go for some party or some marriage, and you're going to eventually have some high carb meal. So having ACV before a high carb meal is really a good way to reduce the insulin spikes. Next is eating slowly. So your body takes 20 minutes to understand, to register that you have actually, that you are actually feeling full. So start eating slow. That can really help to reduce the insulin resistance in your body. Okay, this is a very simple hack. Okay, so हमारी बॉडी को 20 मिनट्स लगते हैं टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड टू गेट दैट फीलिंग ऑफ फुलनेस. ओके, सो अगर हम स्लोली खाते हैं, इट इम्प्रूव्स आवर इंसुलिन रेजिस्टेंस. Cold showers and fasting. I think cold showers probably India mein, a lot of people are not doing, but a lot of old people used to do it even in winters. Okay, and this technique also activates your, which can help burn glucose and improve insulin sensitivity. So fasting, like at least you can start with 12 hours window of fasting. Begin with that. Take it to 14 hours of fasting, gradually. Don't rush. Gradually you have to increase it, and then 16 hours. And if you can do at least for 1 or 2 days a week 18 hours fasting, that is magical, because then it brings your body into a state which is called your body actually starts eating its own rotten cells, when you are doing fasting for 18 hours. Okay, and this is such a good technique and science that works when you're doing fasting. But fasting every day, I would say, is not that good, at least especially for women, because sometimes you get stressed when you're fasting too much, and then आपके hormones भी disturb हो सकते हैं. Your hormones can get imbalanced. But at least for 3 to 4 days, if you can start doing fasting with 12 hours and then gradually increasing it to 14 hours, 16 hours, it's really good. It's really good because your body improves the insulin sensitivity. Okay. And following the correct food sequence that I told you, starting with proteins and vegetables and fat first before having your carbs is great way, and it really helps in reducing the insulin spike. Yeah, so let me tell you one thing that, sometimes skipping your breakfast can also improve your insulin resistance. A lot of people feel सुबह उठ के खाना बहुत जरूरी होता है because you are doing a night की fasting. But sometimes skipping your breakfast and jumping straight to brunch is a great way to reduce the insulin spikes in your body. So sometimes you can do it, avoid that binge eating when you actually do it. Okay, so sometimes you can do that also. So this is actually all what I wanted to talk today, but I want to ask you a few things now. What do you think is the number one sign of early insulin resistance? Can you tell me if anybody has heard me right and heard me clearly? You can answer it very clearly. What is the early sign of insulin resistance? Can anybody tell? Okay,
Is it
so
persistent belly fat? Would that be one?
yes, that can also be one of the signs, but it actually starts from frequent hunger and cravings.
Okay.
So this starts gradually, and when you start getting frequently hungry, even after eating a good meal, or you are getting too much cravings for sugary food, that is the first sign and beginning that your body is getting insulin resistant. Okay, thank you so much.
So when you say you feel the craving of sweet, now I have a craving for tea at any time of the day or night. So is that a sign?
So that can be your habit also, because you are habitual to have tea, and
Yeah,
maybe you are taking tea too frequently in your diet and routine. So that can be
three
that.
3 to 4. They say 3 to 4 cups a day is too much.
Depends what kind of tea you are having.
Sugar tea, sugar and milk.
Okay, so
Very little milk, but mostly brewed tea.
okay, and how much of sugar in it?
Not even half a spoon, less
Okay.
than half a spoon.
So I'll say this, you can gradually start to reduce the, number of times you are taking tea. Do not stop it completely, but try to reduce it, because sometimes this can be, when you are free or you are happy or, you are
Mm-hmm.
doing something, you feel like taking tea. But then every time you're taking tea, that little sugar is, producing insulin in your body.
Okay. Can I ask
So
you one more question, please?
yes, please.
Like you said that you have to first start with your fibers, with your proteins, and then go to the carbs in the end. So what do? We have our dal and sabji and everything as it is, and then baad mein sabke aakhir mein we have our rice and chapatis.
So what you can do is you can begin with salad always, if you like to have salad, or otherwise you can have a stir fry or maybe any sabzi that you're having. Even
Hmm.
if you're having 4 to 5 spoons of that vegetable, it will actually, bring that वो layering कर देता है आपकी body में. So
Hmm.
एकदम से आपकी body में insulin नहीं बनता. Rather than just mixing all the food and
Then
having
in
that.
the end there'll be no sabji left with the chapati or the rice. No.
No,
So
I
I
think she's
told
talking
you
about
another.
salad.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Salad.
you can.
salads we'll have in the beginning, and then
That's right.
then she says then you have to finish your proteins, before you touch your carbohydrates.
So what you can do
Also,
is, if you're starting with salad, that is also pretty good. Then you can mix
Mhm.
your dal and rice or anything like that and have. Okay. If
Ach-
you're starting with
Okay,
vegetables, that is pretty good.
okay.
so
And have
maybe
a big bowl.
the concept of appetizer, maybe there is a scientific reason for it. If the appetizer is what you are saying, proteins,
Yes,
then maybe that will help you manage your rest of the meal better.
absolutely. There's a science behind that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And usually what we do in our Indian meals is we take 2-3 pieces of cucumber and we probably eat it along with our meal.
Yes, yes.
What I told you is try to, follow that 1:3 ratio for your carbs and vegetables. So have 3 portions of vegetables for 1 portion of carbs.
Cherry, can I just
Cherry?
come in now?
Yeah, there are questions on the chat. You can also answer them. Maybe Mohan can.
Yeah, I'm just moderating that. Cherry, can you just come in with answer to Sadhana's this one? Sadhana's
Yes.
question was when you eat your vegetables, fiber and all that, so carbs are in the last. Carbs are in the. See, the main thing what Cherry was trying to tell you is when you eat your salads, fruits, vegetables, proteins, and in the end, when you got carbs
Mohan,
left,
there is some disturbance. Mohan, is that from your? There's some disturbance, some background static chatter.
Oh, not from my side, I think. Okay.
Okay, let's all mute ourselves. Let only Mohan speak, please.
Oh, that
Somebody's
can be,
mic is on.
that may be issue. Yeah. So I was just only trying to tell when you have your fruit salad, then all your proteins and all that, when your carbohydrate is left over, if you feel hungry only, you should have your carbs. If you feel that with all this salad, with protein, all that your stomach is full, so kindly avoid the carbs. Is that right, Chari? That's what we meant?
I'm actually not able to hear because there's some disturbance from your side.
Oh, no. Is it okay now?
Now too. As you speak, it is like there's a white noise.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Are
let
they
me.
You can carry on, Mutter.
Yeah, then we
Now
can
it's
take.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask one more thing. Like, if 2 people are eating the same meal, why might one experience a bigger blood sugar spike than other? Can you make out? So I told
One
you a
person is sweeter than the other.
lot. That's a sweet answer. But there are a lot of factors like gut microbiome, your sleep quality, your muscle mass, your stress levels that can actually make a difference. So it's very important to manage all those things also along with your regular food. Okay, so that can actually make a lot of difference. Even genetics play a role. So if there's but I don't say that if you're carrying a genes genetics of diabetic family or something like that, so you'll also turn into that because lifestyle changes and diet can make a huge difference. So that's actually not that important. But yes, stress, your gut microbiome, all those things can make a difference. Okay, so please tell me, insulin resistance only affects people who are overweight. I think you know this. As I said, even lean people can have.
Lean people can.
Yes, people who are enjoying the perfect weight can also develop insulin resistance. Okay. Okay, tell me what daily habit contributes the most to insulin resistance, lack of sleep, stress, or snacking too often?
Keep
Lack of
walking.
sleep.
At least
Lack of sleep.
before meals, you have to walk.
Yes, but if we,
I
if
think
I'm
lack of sleep.
okay, I think Mohanji, you also said something.
Almost everything. Snacking
Yes.
also, sleep also, everything.
It's a multiple choice answer. Is it?
All
Yes,
the above.
all 3 contribute because if
All
you're
the above.
eating frequently or if you're, especially high carb foods, and if you are not, managing your stress and you are not, sleeping as per the circadian rhythm, all these things can affect your insulin resistance. Okay, can you guess that surprising food that can help lower your insulin resistance naturally? I told you.
ACV.
Yes.
ACV.
Correct.
ACV.
Very correct.
Absolutely. It's ACV. ACV is really magical, so it can really help. Okay, so I hope that कुछ तो होगा जो आपने आज यहाँ से understand किया होगा, and there must be some unhealthy habit that you are actually practicing every day that you might not follow from now onwards. So figure out what is that one, and one easy change can actually bring a huge difference in our future health. So try to figure out that one thing that you can follow. And also, I would suggest that's from my side only, 15 minutes walk post every meal. Start doing that. That is very, very magical. It will really help you to reverse this condition if you are experiencing. And taking action today is important because insulin resistance is reversible with right changes. Kuch bada nahi karna hai. It's not something that you have to do, big thing. 15 minutes walk after meals, and following the food sequence and adding ACV in your diet. These simple things can really bring a huge difference. Small habits matter more than big lifestyle overhauls, because that's something overwhelming. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. And start with one change. Anything that you feel you can incorporate in your routine, start with one change and stick to it. This is what I want to say in the end. Your body is like a smartphone. If you overload it with apps, with lots of bad habits, you will lag. Okay, you will develop that insulin resistance. So start clearing out that junks, so that you can work smoothly towards good health. This is all from my side. Health is not about what you do occasionally. Okay, being healthy is all about staying consistent, and developing and incorporating those small habits in your daily routine. If you have any queries, you can email me at this email address, thewellnessvilla23@gmail.com. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being patient and participative. This is all from my side. Back to Mohanji.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cherry. Can you give a round of applause to Cherry, please? Each and everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome
Very, very
session.
effective. Very nice
Very
session.
awesome.
Very
Very
nice.
awesome session. Lot of things put into
Thank
very,
you,
very
thank
simple.
you, Cherry. It was so good to hear all these things. And now we
Thank
have
you.
realized that we have been doing a lot of wrong things, which we are not supposed to do. And maybe we can, adapt some of the measures. I'm sure there will be a vast difference in our health. Just one last question, if you don't mind.
I'm
Apple
coming to the
cider
question part.
vinegar.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Can
I'm
I
coming
just
to the
ask
question.
one
There is,
small question?
yeah,
Can
yeah,
I ask
please,
a
please,
small?
please, go
Yes.
ahead.
This apple cider vinegar, I'm not able to take because it affects my throat. Okay, so can we just use it for cooking?
Yes, you can add it in your salads or maybe in anything, anyway.
नहीं
But
Baba, salads bhi though you take it raw, na? Supposing I want to use it in my cooking. While cooking, I just add 2 spoons. Is that effective
Yeah, yeah.
enough?
so do not try to add it while doing cooking. Maybe you can add it anything when you take it off from the heat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
same
Let me
problem
try.
with
Let
me
me try.
also. I cannot take directly
So
this.
do you dilute it nicely, like you have to take a big glass?
Once I have tried, I got a bad skin effect or allergy kind of things due to this.
So probably, see, you have to check the quality also. Always go for organic apple cider vinegar with the mother, first thing. Okay, so you have to go for organic apple cider vinegar with mother. Secondly, you have to dilute it nicely, like 1 tablespoon in 1 big glass of water, almost 250 to 300 ml. Sip it slowly. If it hits your throat, sometimes people feel that it's very sour. So it hits their throat, you can add a pinch of pink salt in it to balance it. Then it gets better. So you can add a pinch of pink salt.
Sure, let me try that.
Yeah.
That's a good suggestion. Definitely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Cherry has really covered a lot of things. I think each and every one. Can you hear me, all of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
So I think a lot of people have got some knowledge, not too much of knowledge. Some knowledge we have got in the first session itself. So a lot of changes can happen from our own side. If you want our health to be good, I think we are the only person to responsible. We'll have to start slowly somewhere. Like Sadhana said, a lot of things we have been doing wrong. Now I think from today onward we can just start something right. It could be 1%, 2%, 3%. We can start up right. I think each and everyone's health can become better and better. So once again, thank you so much, Cherry, for a lot of information given. There are some queries from our alumni people. I'll just share some questions here. For the first question is from our patron Pramod. He says that I never feel lethargic, but I also carry a lot of fat around my waist. I am insulin resistant. My blood sugars are normal. So that's his question. Cherry, please.
Okay. So for that, to be very precisely talking on that, you have to check certain of your blood test also, like HbA1c. That is something that I would like to know.
Yeah, that's
To
under control. That's below the limit. That's always below the limit.
Okay. 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 So can be and it cannot be. Depends upon a lot of things. How are you eating your meals? Okay, what kind of physical activity you are having? So it depends upon a lot of factors that we have discussed today. I think if you
Yeah.
will monitor all those things, you will actually come to know that you're insulin resistant or not.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, actually, there was a time when I had started doing yoga 45 minutes every day. That
Okay.
helped me a lot. But now, for some, sorry, for some reason, I have not been able to continue that. So once I start doing it again, maybe I'll be better in that
Yes.
sense.
And then you can
That's one
start
thing.
doing walk after your meals, 15 to 20 minutes walk
Yeah,
after.
that's a good hack. Yeah, I'll do that. That's a good hack. I was not doing it. I go at a different time, not immediately after meal.
Okay.
So, I do about 8,000, 10,000 steps a day, but it's not immediately after the meal. So I think that's a good hack. I'll try to introduce that. You know, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Like Cherry was talking, that in the morning you can go for intermittent fasting, give a gap of, so I do that. Sometimes I am a proteins and I am a salads and all that. And, I go straight away for lunch, somewhere 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So, it doesn't make you hungry. Okay. So that's one. Second question is from our president, Sadhana. What tests are typically prescribed to measure insulin resistance?
So we usually check HbA1c, okay, and then there's a test for insulin fasting also. You can get that done also. So these two will probably tell you how much, what are the levels, like they can tell you your insulin.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank
I will
you.
just
Thank
I will just like to add here. Most of the people go for fasting and PP, that is before breakfast, after breakfast at 2 hours something. So that is actually not the correct reading we get. Why? Because when you say that you're planning to go tomorrow, so today most of the times you avoid your carbs, your sugar, and all that, thinking that okay, tomorrow my reading should come properly. So the main actual correct reading, accurate reading is the 3 months duration, that is called HbA1c.
Yeah.
So that is the actual reading right now. So most of the doctors are prescribing only HbA1c, but so that's the way it goes around, right? So I think Sadhana has got again another question. But is tinnitus a symptom of insulin resistance? Tinnitus is that ear problem. What she's
Yeah.
got for
you.
long time.
Tinnitus, yeah.
She's really fed up with that. She really want to cut off the ear.
Yeah, it's really disturbing my sleep also.
She's okay with to go off with the liver this ear also. She's
Okay.
troubling her a lot.
Okay. So not directly, but yes, indirectly, maybe insulin is playing a big role. So you can start, doing little bit things and improve. I can see the changes that you are feeling. Starting from following the right ratio of your, carbs and vegetables. Okay. So 1:3 ratio is very, very good
Okay.
and helpful.
Okay.
Start doing this and then, walking after your meals.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are even not taking ACV, does not matter. Maybe if you're doing all these other things like, 1:3 ratio for your meals, then walking after your meals, and then following the food sequence. These
Okay.
three simple habits, start doing them and then stay consistent on them for at least 2 to 3 months and then observe how much difference you feel. I think you will feel a lot of difference. This is what I feel.
Fine. Thank you. Thank you so much, Cherry. Thank you.
Okay. Staying
We can't hear you. We can't hear you,
consistent and
Mohan.
persistent is very, very important here. Consistent. No, saying consistent.
Mohan, we couldn't hear you clearly.
Yeah, I'm trying to rectify.
Oh, now it's okay. Now we can hear you. Now we can hear you. What is box breathing, Cherry? What is box breathing?
Oh, good. This is
So box breathing is a technique
Disha.
that
మీకు ఏమి తెలియదు మీ కంప్యూటర్ గురించి.
There are too many people on the mic.
Yeah,
Please mute.
I have muted them now. Okay, so box breathing is a technique where you actually, inhale for a few seconds, like maybe probably 8 seconds or 6 seconds. And then you have to hold your breath for 6 seconds and then exhale it in 6 seconds. So it's like you
Okay.
can
Yeah,
stop.
I do that. Yeah, I do that. Yeah. Okay. So I know the term now.
Yeah, so it can be also beneficial for sadhana.
Go on, Mohan. Carry on. Mohan, you can continue the question session. Okay. He is not able to.
I think Mon got some issue with his system.
Okay, so I'll tell you, Cherry, the next question after this Sadhana's question was, does eyes becoming redness, eyes having redness a sign of diabetic? From Manjunath.
That I think is somebody else's question, that is.
No, Manjunath, I said.
No,
No,
Manjunath.
Manjunath, correct, Manjunath.
Eyes becoming red, a sign of diabetic. That's he's asking. Cherry?
Something I can't say actually. You have to get it diagnosed from a doctor. So this has to be checked from a eye specialist probably, and maybe your blood test can tell better. Diagnosed from a doctor.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes high blood pressure also, it shows up in the redness of eyes. That's what eye specialist told me.
Yeah. So this
And
has
the
to be like
next, Cherry, the
yes.
next question was from me only. It's from the chat. Eating ghee or cheese, is it good or avoidable?
It is good. It is very good. Ghee is like anti-inflammatory. It is better than any refined oil.
2-3
Other
questions more.
refined oil. So it is very
Okay.
More are there.
Okay. So my wife and I have this fight all the time. I like to eat ghee. She says no ghee at all. It's fat. So
fat
I'll
is
now
good.
use.
Yeah, so probably what happens is we Indians are really fearful about fat, but our body
Yeah.
actually good fat. Our brain is
Yeah.
made up of fat. Our gut health depends upon how much fat we are taking. But along with this fat, you have to actually reduce your carbs intake also.
Okay.
So it's important. Yes, balancing is important.
Yeah. Hey, Mohan, are you back in action? Then you can ask the next question. Morning tea, okay, from Sadhana. See, I think you've answered that already, right?
You are audible.
No,
Yeah, so
this is
morning tea
me,
actually
Pramod.
should be avoided. Morning tea should be avoided because you should not start your day with the tea. But if it's a brew tea that as the Sadhana ji told that she's taking, that is I think fine. But then if you can avoid sugar in that tea, that will be good because you
Sure.
should not start your day with sweets. You should
Yeah,
never
so
start.
maybe green tea could be better.
Yes, you can have green tea. That's
Okay.
better.
Sure.
Kerry, what about nuts? Like I normally have some nuts around 7:38 and my brunch is at 11. I don't have anything before 11 except nuts. Is that okay?
That's very good habit because you should actually start your day with fats.
Okay. And nuts carry fats.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
There's good fat. Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. That's a good hack actually. Because nowadays, if you just take a fistful of nuts, maybe almonds and walnut and cashew, that's a easy thing to do.
But they should be soaked because these nuts have a lot of anti-nutrients in them. So to avoid those anti-nutrients, they should always be soaked
Overnight? Soaked
Yes.
overnight or in the
Yeah.
morning?
overnight.
Oh,
Overnight.
Yeah,
okay,
Mohan,
that
you are
makes
back.
sense.
I'm back.
Yeah, audible.
Yeah.
So
So you can
questions are
start.
answered? All the questions are answered?
No, I'll tell you. The last question was this about morning tea from Sadhana. After that, you can continue.
I'll answer that.
It's been answered, but
Answered,
you can
okay,
go to the
okay.
next one. You can go to the next one in the
Which
chat.
is next? I'm not able to see the chats. That's what.
You're not able to see the chat?
No.
Okay,
I just got,
okay.
because it got disconnected. No, it's gone.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Your chat would have gone. So
You can see any chat is there. You can just ask.
yeah, after morning tea, okay. Then there were some comments by me, but next
Sunita
was by
has-
Sunita. Sunita has said how and when to have ACV? Please explain how and when. I think that also was answered. In a glass of water, 250 ml to 300 ml, 1 teaspoonful ACV, and drink slowly. That is what she said. Sunita, do you think you have your answer, or you want some more clarity?
No, thanks, Pramod. I got it. Thank you.
You got it. Okay, I think you're already having ACV now, right?
I just cautioned that my mentor is there, so you always complain that I talk loud on the laptop. My mic is
Yeah,
shut. Thanks.
yeah.
Good, good.
Okay, next question from SR Raju says, water fasting or total fasting?
Water fasting is good. You can also have, any herbal tea without milk and sugar also during the fasting period.
So what is total
Thank
fasting? That means no water also, is that? What is
Yes.
total fasting?
Yes,
Total
that is.
Roja.
Okay. Now I get it. Recently I tried 48 hours. I went only with water, no solid or anything, and I went fine. Even on the third day, I was not feeling the craving. Is that good or bad?
It is very good because, yeah, I was trying to tell you, I forgot that name that time, that when you are doing fasting more than 18 hours, your body, it gets into a state of autophagy.
Yeah,
Autophagy is are you aware about that?
yeah. Autophagy is when the cells are getting eaten by the body is starting to eat its own cells.
Yes, so they are recycling your cells. So it's very good. And it happens when you are doing fasting for more than 18 hours.
Okay. After that, there are many thank yous, series of thank yous to you, Cherry. And
Thank you.
then box breathing will help too, sadhana. Oh, that's your comment. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not from somebody else. Okay, I think we are done. Is there anybody else anybody who can see other questions below that? I'm not able to scroll right now.
No, I
No
think we
other
are.
questions.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions, Cherry. One is this BMI concept, right? How they say 25 is the BMI, it should be below that. Is that the correct thing, or what is the
BMI is
latest?
actually, it depends upon a lot of other things also. So BMI is actually a kind of obsolete concept. अब कोई इतना
Yes.
नहीं करता है.
Good. Because I have never been able to bring it below 25. So I'm always having this inferiority complex where my
Okay.
BMI is always above.
Okay.
Is there anything to do with bone density? Like some people are heavy, they're just heavy. Is that possible? Okay.
Yes, yes.
That's
Because when I'm in a swimming pool, I can sink to the bottom of the pool without any effort.
okay.
Whereas some people have to work hard to go down to the bottom. So I don't know if that has any meaning. Second, last question, my question is, it's a little odd question. Does laughing, sense of humor, etc., play a role in addressing this problem,
Addressing which problem?
the insulin resistance? Like somebody who's always in a happy mood or a prankster mood, is that person likely to have better uh, control of this problem?
Better health, you mean to say?
Yeah, I mean, from this insulin thing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It
Okay,
really,
thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
I can continue my lifestyle then. Thank you.
Yeah. You're stress-free, Pramod. Totally stress-free.
Actually, I just want to add one thing. Like Sadhana's topic, now I just remember the point. Having morning tea. I used to have not me. Most of the people, the moment you get up, you would like to have tea or coffee. That was the habit before, right? So
Yeah.
that is actually very bad. First thing you should take is hot, but not tea or coffee. What I take is, I'm just sharing my experience. What I take is, for last so many years, I soak jeera overnight, and next day morning I boil it properly. I filter it. Then I just add one pinch of turmeric powder and one pinch of cinnamon powder in that, and just half lemon I squeeze in that. I don't add honey because I'm okay with the taste. So this is my first glass of hot water every day morning, and it's so good. I'm telling you, it's so good. Any plagues or there, intestine, all that will get washed away. So try to create this habit of everyone. If everyone can get into that, very very good habit. Is after that we can get into your tea coffee later. साधारण ठीक है ना?
Good. हाँ एकदम एकदम.
हाँ,
Thank you.
कभी-कभी
Thank you
follow
for
करो मेरे
sharing
को
the
भी.
secret of your marathon life.
कभी-कभी मेरे को भी follow करो.
Mohan, it's
So this
all
is one thing.
anti-inflammatory. Whatever you're having is all anti-inflammatory things. Very good for
Okay.
inflammation.
Raju knows
Good.
me well because we keep meeting, in GKVK or veterinary college. I jog. He keeps walking. Good. So
So
Raju is
the
coming to.
Mohan, the jeera has to be put in the water previous evening.
Yes. You
And
just
next
put
morning,
1 spoon of jeera, add little 1 glass of water, and soak it overnight.
and then morning you boil it.
Morning you nicely boil it.
Okay.
And boil it and then strain it, and then
1 glass is enough in the morning.
1 glass is
glass
enough.
only.
1 glass, absolutely. 1 glass is more than enough.
Okay. Thank you.
So
That's
this
an
one
easy
thing.
one.
And yeah, that thing. And no, only thing I can advise after Cherry is talking so much, please get onto a lot of protein and fiber. Protein, fiber. I'm not talking about supplements. I'm talking about natural foods only. Protein and fiber related. So it could be a cucumber, it could be a papaya, it could be a carrot, it could be a pomegranate. All this plays a very, very good role. You will have very, very good gut health. And try to avoid carbs as much as possible. So all what carbs gives you, the same thing all the vegetables will give you. Okay, so see, actually we don't fall sick because of maximum, because you're deficient of protein or deficient of carbs. It can't happen. Or fat. You fall sick only because of lack of vitamins and minerals. Protein, carbs, and fats are required in grams, whereas vitamins and minerals are required in micrograms. And this plays a very major role. Like I think Pramod was talking about what are the tests to be done. I think vitamin D, calcium, and B12. These are the 3 important nutrients which plays a major role. You're talking about the swimming pool going down, the bone part. These 3 tests, if you do, you can just find out the levels of your calcium, B12, and all that. So you can address that issue. But I see most of the people falling deficiency only on these 3 nutrients. So very, very important nutrients. It's something like, one example I can give you. When you make a biryani, vegetable biryani or chicken biryani, anything, you put all the ingredients in that, but you forget to add little salt. It doesn't taste good, isn't it? So it's something like that. These vitamins and minerals, very, very important. They're called twins. Vitamins and minerals are called twins. So it is required very badly for our body. And most of the times you get in food, but again, people not having a balanced diet will definitely fall short. So that is where the supplementation will come into the picture. And we all are, in the 60 categories, 60 plus categories. So definitely, we should take care of health. Very, very important. Thank you so much, Cherry, for
Hey,
wonderful
one
session.
question, Mohan.
Yes.
Mohan, the presentation that Cherry made, is it available on her website or Insta or some other social media? It is a very
No,
effective
I think
presentation.
I think it's been recorded.
Okay, so we need to widely circulate this because it's been a very good session. The numbers were low, but the quality of interaction was very good. So
Absolutely.
our other alumni should get to know, and even if the tips, the hacks can be shared. I have taken screenshots. I'll share them with you. So
Pramod,
I think
Pramod, the whole what do you call it, in YouTube, the live is there,
oh yes,
as well as the recording is there. So that link will send so that
wo
people
link,
can go through on this.
Very good, very good. Yeah, that link I think will open people's eyes, and then they will follow her also on Insta and other social media. So very good. I think this whole
Even our
recording thing,
discussion also, they will able to,
yeah,
learn a lot of things.
It's a very, very enriching discussion. So
Yes.
thank you
See,
so
actually,
much, guys. Hello.
See, this session is for us, but again, don't you think each and everyone in India, hello, yeah, don't you think each and everyone in India is looking for good health? So each and everyone should benefit it.
They are looking for it, but not finding it.
It's
Looking
something called
for it
fitting.
and not finding it.
Not finding it. It's something like you got some toothache.
Yeah.
You got toothache. You have got to go to the doctor, but you don't go. But the people those who got good teeth, they definitely go twice a year to the dentist, to Sangeeta, to see that my teeth is good. No, it's something like that. It's something like that. So
yeah.
thank you so much,
So
each and everyone. We had a wonderful session. Yes,
your
yes, Prabhu.
your SIG can be the guide and explorer for helping people
Absolutely.
find.
I will take it to the next height. No doubt in that.
Yes. Okay.
With
So,
Thank you so
Mon, we
much.
can wind it up the whole, and thank you.
Yes.
Yes. We're winding up. In fact, I just wanted to ask one small question actually here to all the how many people? 10 people are there. Or no, anyway, it's live now. No, how often can we have this session? And is this time okay? 8 to 9? Is it a good time?
It's a good time, I think, from my
It's a good time.
It's a good time, yes. And thank you so much.
How often can we have?
You have taken the initiative to bring this.
Yeah,
and,
let us clap. Let us give a big applause to Mon also.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank
How
you.
often
Thank
can we
you.
have this?
Pleasure listening to Cherry.
How often can we have this session, Sadhana or Pramod?
We have it at least once a month, no?
Once a month?
You can do a poll on the group as you grow.
I think that will be. I think that will work
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Give 2 options and then let's see what happens.
Yes. I will give 2 options: 15 days and 1 month. Yes.
Okay.
1 month
Okay.
we'll cover less part. So thank you so much,
Thank
each
you.
and everyone. I think
Thank you,
pleasure
Cherry.
having all of us here. And thank you, Cherry. I'll call you later. And then thank you, each and everyone. So let's see.
Thank you,
Thank
Mohan.
you.
Thank you, Mohan and
Good night.
Cherry. Yeah.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night,
Very good
everyone.
effort.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night to
Bye.
all.
Eat
Good
well,
night.
sleep well, walk well.
Yes. Chai mat pina bhi.
That's a challenge.
Then you
Okay.
can overcome. It's all in the mind. Mindset.
Bye,
बहुत जरूरी है.
viewers. Bye, bye, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you so much, Cherry. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohan. Cherry, bye. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Telugu. Disha.